Trust the system.
Following is an 8-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Alicia Edwards, representing the System, the team of JDC, Eddie Edwards, and Brian Myers.
We saw it this past Tuesday night on NXT. Myers, Edwards, and JDC went to NXT turf and brought the fight to DarkState amidst that 6-man tag team matchup where the DarkState was facing Trick Williams, Joe Hendry, and Mike Santana that night. And then Matt Cardona this past Thursday night on Impact called out the System, called out DarkState, and ultimately Cardona about to stand side by side with the System.
And their tag team partner from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, the complete Matt Cardona.
Well, Tom, we've come a long way from Long Island Ice Z. Matt Cardona walks into Slammiversary today, 17 years removed to the day from the first time he ever won tag team gold with one of his partners in this matchup, his longtime friend and fellow New Yorker, Brian Myers. Can they repeat that success tonight?
And their opponents, DarkState.
Cutler James, Dion Lennox, Osiris Griffin, and Saquon Sugars have brought their brand of violence to TNA, and we've seen it aplenty on NXT as well.
Absolute chaos and destruction in the wake everywhere these wrestlers go. And look at this!
Hold on, DarkState trying to surround the ring and going after the System, and Matt Cardona, and the fight is on. I don't believe I heard a bell ring to start the match, however.
No, the match may not have technically started, but the fight definitely has.
Oh, and there's Myers, one of Long Island's own, off of the top rope.
The System.
Well,
And no way. Wait a second. We saw Eddie Edwards take a dive. Myers took to the sky. Are we gonna see Dirty Dango himself?
JDC over the top. Shades of the late great Sabu.
Taking a little page out of Tony Stark's book and flying through the sky to do the damage.
Osiris Griffin, however, tracked down JDC. There goes Eddie Edwards into the steel steps. These rogue athletes from NXT mean business. Oh my God!
I mean, absolute chaos, like a pack of rabid dogs running around here, biting anything that moves.
How's that Saquon Sugars sending Myers into the ring? There's the bell. This match is officially underway.
The System and Cardona had the early advantage. Can they take it back? That's a good start from Myers.
Flatliner there by Brian Myers.
Now Myers lining up here.
Myers always going for a spear. Sugars signaling the rest of DarkState, and the involvement of Osiris Griffin behind the referee's back drops Myers.
Now just like that, Griffin into the fray here. And just manhandling Brian Myers. Now taking you one side of the ring to the other. Just dragging. Myers, at this point, just like that, in a matter of seconds, is nearly helpless.
In comes Dion Lennox. Our referee Daniel Spencer trying to gain control of the entirety of this 8-man tag team matchup. Best of luck.
It will be no easy feat to try to contain this.
Well, you and I are familiar with what NXT's system looks for. Well, DarkState has bucked that system, and now ironically going up against TNA's Dynasty, the system, and Matt Cardona.
Yeah, a very different system here in play. I hope DarkState, look, as chaotic as they are, to your point, the Performance Center looks for those finely tuned athletes, and they found them in these absolute maniacs, no doubt about it, but the system, whoa!
Oh, wait a minute. That was Cutler James on the outside who took away JDC as a tag option, and now Saquon Sugars going to work on Brian Myers and got a piece of JDC.
I was about to say the system was some of the most refined wrestlers on the planet, experienced. But the sheer force of DarkState, giving them all that they're worth.
Cover, shoulders down, and a kick out by Myers.
Just when it looked like Myers may have had a way out, an escape route, DarkState shuts it all down.
Cutler James slowing the pace down here against Brian Myers, and what a statement this would be by DarkState, whether they say it's on behalf of NXT or not, to try and defeat TNA's Dynasty, one of the biggest events in the history of TNA wrestling.
I mean, in a scenario like that, do we actually have you pulling for the system, Tom?
For the first time ever, perhaps. Oh, now Cutler James once again going after the system, getting in the face of Matt Cardona. Right now, Cutler James is picking apart Matt Cardona's longtime friend, and a spear by Myers.
And that may be the opening that Myers needs. And there, his longtime friend and tag partner, Cardona, ready for that tag.
And a tag made, it's Saquon Sugars to meet Matt Cardona. And the complete Matt Cardona's been dying for this fight. Oh, double knees.
Just down the road from where he grew up. Can Cardona bring home the win for TNA?
I was thinking about the reboot of Cyrus Griffin, the big man, eats the code breaker.
And now, out!
JDC and Edwards taking Griffin out of the equation.
Now picking up where he left off.
And there's the reboot by Broski.
Planted right upside the head of Sugars.
Hooked in the leg to put away DarkState, and a kick out by Sugars.
Right now, Cardona has the momentum in his favor. He's got to keep his foot on the gas, pedal to the metal here.
Cardona, is he thinking about radio silence here on Sugars? Hold on, able to evade, and a pump kick there by Cutler James.
And was that the moment? Cardona had it. Is it all
Quick
gone
tag.
away? DarkState quick tags, just like that. Lightning in a bottle here. They could have the momentum.
Great teamwork. Oh, and down goes Cardona. 3-on-1 there. Now Lennox into the cover. Oh, and it's broken up in the last second by Eddie Edwards.
Just over the top of the referee's head at the last possible second. But either way, it saves the matchup.
Tag made Ray. Well, the system has not been able to get out of the blocks.
It has been a long time. Cardona was trying to build some much needed momentum.
They're looking for that 4-man power bomb. And it was Myers there who went to the top turnbuckle, drew the attention of DarkState. Now Sugars up there. These four are all over the ring. Tag.
Wow. Wait, is this a little triple team of their own?
Edwards and Cardona take down Sugars. Look out, elbow drop. Down and dirty. Can the system and Cardona win it? Oh, and it's broken up.
Hell of a play by DarkState at the last second. Just pushing into the pile there, everybody down.
Alicia Edwards on the outside watching as the system nearly put away DarkState. What a sequence this was.
The elbow and then down and dirty. But just in the nick of time, DarkState saves it, and now a melee ensuing in the ring.
Back to live action. This 8-man tag team match has been absolute bedlam. Oh, super kick by Myers. Down goes Lennox. Sugars gets a piece of Eddie Edwards. Oh, and Griffin able to drop Myers. Blue Thunder bomb by Edwards. Sugars sent into Griffin. Uh-oh. Radio silence! Radio silence! Boston Knee Party!
In the heart of Long Island, is it enough?
Cardona and the system beat DarkState.
Here are your winners, the team of Matt Cardona and the System.
On behalf of TNA Wrestling, on the biggest night in our history, the System in Cardona stand tall.
Take a look back here at the closing sequence. This standing Blue Thunder bomb by Edwards. 2-for-1 situation there with DarkState. Radio silence by Long Island's own Matt Cardona, and that opened the door for Eddie Edwards with the Boston Knee Party.
The period on the sentence and the 1, 2, 3 for Eddie Edwards, the System, and for TNA Wrestling.
What a statement made by Cardona and the System on this all-important night at the UBS Arena on Long Island, New York at Slammiversary.
The System send the Wild Dogs back down to NXT licking their wounds.